personal and business tax returns, payroll, bookkeeping services, and more. Call Carrie at 570-784-2455, located at 384 East Street in Bloomsburg. M&J Excavation Incorporated in Bloomsburg, commercial and residential, topsoil, paving, asphalt milling, trucking, excavation, heating oil and fuel delivery. For estimates, call them at 570-233-1898.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back to the Dr. Thomas M. Cassis Gymnasium for the second half of the college basketball doubleheader here on WILN as Penn State Wilkes-Barre takes on the host of Penn State Hazleton. We thank you for joining us tonight before this doubleheader. Game one went a little long as the Penn State Hazleton women came from behind for the 82-74 victory over Penn State Wilkes-Barre. The men looking to complete a doubleheader sweep over Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Both teams have qualified for the PSUAC playoffs. Thank you for joining us here tonight on our regular season finale of our winter sports schedule. I'm Marty Burns. Pleasure to be joined by MMI head boys basketball coach Joe Flanagan. Joe DeMelfi has joined pitchers and catchers in Florida, and Jim Burns helping us out on stats. And let's get set for tonight's starting lineups.
We encourage our cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profane, racial, and sexist comments or intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. We also remind you that the use of alcohol and tobacco products are strictly prohibited at this facility. Thank you. At this time, we ask all those who are able to rise and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by our special guest, Heather Miller, daughter of George and Sandy Miller. Now it's time for our starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Senior guard number 1, Khalil White. Senior guard number 3, Jamie Junior forward, number 5, Calvin Johnson. Senior forward, number 23, John Armstead. And the senior guard, number 30, Kevin Silver. Also is coached by Rashawn Hammond, assisted by Leroy Hammond, Gary Lindsay, and Bernard Harris Jr. And now, the starting lineup for your Penn State Hazleton nickname Lions. Junior shooting guard, number 00, Andy Wajkowski. Senior guard, number 2, Robbie Hopkins. Sophomore guard, number 5, Edwin Carrera. Junior forward, number 23, Brandon Mohammed. And the junior center, number 42, Brett Psu-Wilkes-Barre. The Lions are coached by Jeff Russell, assisted by Joe Spinelli. Your officials for the season are
What an outstanding rendition of our national anthem by Heather Miller, and we heard tonight's starting lineups. The officials for tonight, we have Mr. James Elliott, Mr. Mark McKenna, and Mr. Peter Silverman for this game 2 of the doubleheader. Joe, as we mentioned, both teams have qualified for PSUAC playoffs, and their seeding seems pretty much in cement. Just a time to build some momentum before you get to playoffs.
Oh, absolutely, Marty. Right now, you're looking to be playing your best. You're looking to just keep whatever momentum you have moving forward. You don't want a bad performance to start you moving backwards.
It'll be Mohammed for Penn State Hazleton, jumping with Calvin Johnson of Penn State Wilkes-Barre. We are underway in game 2 of this doubleheader from Penn State Hazleton. Crestwood alum Robbie Hopkins running the point.
Little matchup zone here, Marty, for Penn State Wilkes-Barre out of the gate.
Kwiatkowski will try a 3. Rebound for Armstead. Running the point will be Jaden Hampton for Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
Also looks like a little matchup here for Penn State Hazleton.
This is Silverberg. Khalil White puts Penn State Wilkes-Barre in front 3-0.
Great patience there offensively. Always off that screen and roll. Little dive to the corner. That kick to the corner is hard to guard, Marty.
And if you've been with us since the start, the difference between the women and the men, I mentioned the women played 4 10-minute quarters. The men are going to play 2 20-minute halves.
Yeah, big difference, Marty.
Kasholix, 3 didn't go. And Penn State Wilkes-Barre quickly swings to Hampton. Penn State Wilkes-Barre in the direction of LaShawn Hammett, their head coach. As White can't get that one to bank in, but he gets his own rebound and his pass was tipped. I believe Hopkins got a hand on it to keep it with Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
Seeing Hopkins play for a lot of years, Marty. One thing I always said about him, good active hands, tips, passes.
Johnson got it to Armstead to Hampton. And one of the things about Hopkins is, you know, he's been very well coached coming here to Penn State Hazleton, coming out of that Crestwood program.
Absolutely, Marty, you know, and coached defensively, you know, as well. You know, Mark Atherton, one of the best defensive coaches around.
And it doesn't hurt that he's got a pretty good coach at home.
Yeah.
His father taking over the Crestwood program.
Yeah.
As the aforementioned Hopkins ties it at 3.
Yeah, no, his dad knows that a long time through the tournament circuit when his boys were young. A basketball junkie, as they would say, Marty.
White dishes inside. Johnson can't get it to go. And it's going to remain with Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
talking to Penn State Hazleton coaches before the game, Marty, they really felt how their bigs played today will go a long way determining how this game is going to be, the outcome of this game.
Well, and the other thing, we talked about it with the Penn State Wilkes-Barre women. Coach Rush, he's only got 3 reserves tonight, a group of 8.
Yep.
I'm not sure if Coach Can has any eligibility left.
I guarantee he can still shoot it, Marty. I guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Great look.
And Johnson was fouled on a strong move to the basket.
Marty, when you get the ball into the paint there, and you get that diagonal, matchup zones hate anybody behind it. They don't adjust real well for it. And Penn State Wilkes-Barre did a great job keeping somebody on that baseline. It's just very hard to defend down there.
Calvin Johnson from Brooklyn, New York. He will get another opportunity at the free throw line. As Mohammed picked up the foul, his first, team first. Mentioned the big guys. That's the one thing that Coach Rush can have, is have them get in any type of foul trouble tonight.
No. And, you know, they have to be smart with it. Sub when you need to. And no stupid fouls 80 feet away from the basket.
Because if you make fouls like that, you'll get that glowing look from Coach Ken that I got quite often. White had his pass tipped and stolen. Hopkins ahead to Kwiatkowski. Penn State Hazleton, their first lead at 5-3.
Good outlet there, Marty. Easy baskets make your offense a lot better.
White tries to get the lead back, can't get the 3 to go. And Hampton tried to save. I believe they said he stepped out of bounds. So Penn State Hazleton with the ball, leading 5-3.
Kolowatsky did a good job there, Marty, boxing out down there and just securing that defensive rebound.
Gasholik on the wing, gets it to Ferreras. Kwiatkowski, back to Ferreras. His 3 won't go. And a rebound for Johnson.
Early on, Marty, both teams active on the boards.
And the turnover gives it back to Penn State Hazleton.
The defensive boards are coming down pretty clean for both teams.
But in all honesty, about Penn State Hazleton, quite a group of basketball minds over there. I mentioned Coach Ron Can, but also he's assisted by Joe Stanavich and the little general himself, Stevie Fiore.
You know, it's, you know, all those guys, as a young coach growing up, and I'm not a young coach anymore, but watching all those guys coach is one of the reasons I am a coach today.
Ferreras with the little teardrop. Quick 7-0 run by Penn State Hazleton. They lead it by 4. And a turnover. Ferreras got a hand on it. Here's Hopkins. Looking for reinforcements. Gives off to Muhammad. And he's going to head to the line to shoot 2.
Penn State Hazleton really aggressive here early, Marty. Getting to the basket, getting to the rim. And will be interesting to see if they could maintain that pace. You see right here, Muhammad getting bumped to the line. Good trail run on that. Shooting 2.
Muhammad averaging 11 points per game, as Penn State Hazleton has 4 players averaging double figures on the season. Muhammad will get another. The foul was on Armstead, his first, team first. And Muhammad misses both. Very interesting, I think. Sort of plays to the lack of numbers tonight for Penn State Hazleton. They didn't have anybody on the line, just the shooter.
Yeah, just you know, them little breaks that you could get, you have to take them.
Hampton swings. This is our Silverberg. White drives, had it knocked away from behind. Kwiatkowski may have been the one to get a hand on it. Here's Ferreras. Hopkins will bring it out. Mohammed goes in the corner. Kasholik's 3 won't go, and a rebound for Johnson. Armstead, his three won't go, and a rebound, Kwiatkowski.
And it looks like both teams, Marty, just filling each other out yet. Offensively, no real flow. Coach Rest, 30-second timeout. Penn State Hazleton. And that's another thing. And if you're used to doing that, Marty, you got to use your timeout strategically when you only have 8 players.
And with this 30-second timeout, now would be a good time to call Two Italian Guys Pizzeria at 570-459-2783 and order wings from Two Italian Guys. Located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Give them a call, 570-459-2783. And unlike the women, men get 1 extra timeout. They'll have 4 fulls and 2 30s. So like you said, and then we're going to have immediate timeout, 1 per half. So it's going to be quite strategic how Coach Rush and his staff utilize those timeouts, as we mentioned, playing with just 8.
Yeah, and you saw right there, that was almost like a planned 30. Under 15, we have the ball, let's get that timeout. There's immediate timeout at 10, Marty?
Coaches, I've been told 10 minutes we stay, 9:59 we go.
Okay.
So first one under 10 is when they'll take the immediate timeout, first dead ball. So after the timeout from Penn State Hazleton, they have 10 on the shot clock. Kwiatkowski can't get the 3 to go. Checking into the lineup, number 20, Joel Carpenter for Penn State Wilkes-Barre. And he comes right back and is challenged. Big foul is the second, I believe, on Mohammed. And it is the second on Mohammed. Certainly not the stat that Coach Rush wanted to hear.
Absolutely not, Marty.
Carpenter, a sophomore from Hartford, Connecticut. Number 3, Jonte Washington checks in. Makes Penn State Hazleton a little bit smaller, as Mohammed has to sit with the 2 personals. Carpenter gets 1 out of 2.
Little 2-2-1 press action here, Marty. Looks a little like a VCU press. Great job flashing.
Hopkins look to penetrate. Now he dribbles out. Gets it to Ferreris. He goes baseline, finds Koshalik inside. Koshalik has his first basket. It's 9-4 Penn State Hazleton.
Interesting to see how Penn State Wilkes-Barre is going to attack now, with Penn State Hazleton being a little bit undersized. I think the paint is where they need to go.
Shot clock under 10. This is a deep 3 by Silverberg. And Koshalik the rebound, and a lot of pressure now with Mohammed on the bench on Koshalik, the 6'7" junior from Tamaqua.
Absolutely, Marty. He needs to rebound, patrol that paint, and crucial for him not to get in foul trouble.
Not a lot to ask. Ferreris looked to penetrate, kicked it out to Hopkins. Shot clock down to 6. Koshalik can't make it 2 for 2. Silverberg the rebound. Here comes Penn State Wilkes-Barre trailing by 5. White drives, dishes, and overthrew Johnson. Turnover gives it back to Penn State Hazleton. Couple more subs for Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Number 22, Justin Sutton. Number 10, Kevin Major into the lineup.
Penn State Wilkes-Barre little struggling to score against that matchup, Marty. And you saw them try to press. I think they want to try to play a little more up-tempo.
Ferreris in the high post. Look for Hopkins, and a great steal by Major. And he gets the quick basket to get Penn State Wilkes-Barre within 3.
You see Major wanted to go, Marty. You saw the press there, and the Wilkes-Barre sort of came back, but tough in the open floor.
Ferreris on the wing. Gets it to Hopkins. To Washington. Washington inside, right back to Hopkins. Kwiatkowski. His leaner, good. He's got 4 to lead all scores. The lead up to 5.
Nice little floater there, Marty, for the kiss.
And that through the hands of Carpenter. You can see Coach Rush saying, slow it down, slow it down. And I think we're going to be speaking a lot tonight of the shot clock winding down for Penn State Hazleton.
No, that's
just another one of those things, keep his guys fresh.
Yep, fresh and out of foul trouble, Marty.
Once again, the shot clock under 10. This is Hopkins, down to 5, down to 3. Washington to beat the horn, and he's short. Shot clock violation. Gives it back to Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Number 22, Daniel Genomenico. In for Penn State Hazleton. White for 3, won't go. But the rebound by Silverberg. White to Carpenter, blocked by Kosholik from behind. Kwiatkowski, jumper good, he's got 6.
He's tough, Marty, when he gets into the paint. Rises up.
Almost another steal. And another Penn State Wilkes-Barre turnover. Certainly not the start Coach Hammett was looking for with his Penn State Wilkes-Barre squad.
No, yeah, you can see they're struggling a little bit offensively, just not in sync. But I could tell he wants to turn up his defense a little bit, Marty, to get that offense going. Little switch to man here. Not gonna let Penn State Hazleton burn that shot clock down.
Trying to speed them up a little bit. Hopkins surveys. Shot clock down to 10. Ferraris gets a screen. His little teardrop won't fall. Genomenico with the rebound. His putback won't go. And this is a rebound major. Ahead of the pack is White. Doesn't have numbers, but he gets the basket.
You could see they really want to run. And Coach Rush is saying, hey, let's be patient. Get our point guard to basketball.
We joked about it in the opener, but this kind of pace, I would think Coach Rush, if he could have it in the 50s by the end of the night, I think he'd be proud.
Yeah, absolutely. That's...
Jump ball is called possession arrow to Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Still a discussion. I think it's still a jump ball. And we're going to have an immediate timeout. Penn State Hazleton in front, 13-8. You're watching college basketball on WYLN.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Welcome you back to the Dr. Thomas M. Cassis Gymnasium on the campus of Penn State Hazleton. The hometown Lions with a early 13-8 lead. Thank you for joining us here on WYLN for Game 2 of the college basketball doubleheader. The women of Penn State Hazleton defeating Penn State Wilkes-Barre earlier tonight, 82-74. I'm Marty Burns, joined by the head coach of MMI Boys Head basketball coach Joe Flanagan. Jim Burns on the stats. And we're going to inbound.
And they call the foul on Wilkes-Barre there, Marty.
And that was
great set. You know who's smiling? Coach Live smiling right there, out of a timeout, getting a layup. Ex-point guard for Coach Live, Coach Rush.
So you're trying to say Coach Rush learned something?
He must have.
Here's a three by Major off back rim. Getting the rebound is Dorian Hayes. Haynes wearing number 11, who's just checked in. And that's a Silverberg three.
Can't give a shooter at this level that much time, Marty. That's going to be 3 points every time.
On the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, 15-11. Penn State Hazleton in front here in the opening half.
Early on, Marty, field goals. Hazleton 6 for 16, 2 turnovers. Wilkes-Barre 3 for 12 with 6 turnovers.
And that 6 turnovers has been a big help for Coach Rush and his team.
Yep. And a lot of them are unforced by Penn State Wilkes-Barre. It's just that matchup zone's giving them a little problems, and they're throwing it out of bounds, getting to the ball in bad spots.
Foul is on Haynes, his first team third. The one stat that Coach Rush can't like is the 2 fouls on big man Brandon Mohammed, who's sitting at the end of his bench currently.
But right now, you're surviving, Marty, and that's what you got to do. You got to survive. That'll help a deep three.
That was a 3 from Latimer by Kwiatkowski. He's got 9 to lead all scorers. He's got half of the hometown Lions 18. White, he tries a little runner. And the rebound for Sutton is good. Sutton, an imposing presence at 6'6", played his high school ball at Cheltenham.
Marty, the rebound I loved. You know what I love better? The ball never came below his eyes. Layup. I love to see that with big players.
Kwiatkowski lost it on the floor. Saw nice defense by Dorian Haynes to force the jump ball.
And what Kwiatkowski there, Marty, you'll see when you're running that little 5-out set, when you're going right to left and you're not attacking the basket, just bad things happen.
Now Coach Rush puts Mohammed back in with the 2 personals. Give Kasholik a little bit of a breather. I would think they'll swap him probably another couple minutes, trying to save him. They'll play zone. Cordell Muthler wearing number 12. He's into the lineup for Penn State Hazleton. White tries to beat the zone, can't get it with the 3. We're getting a loose ball foul against Penn State Hazleton.
Ferreris, a little push there, Marty. Not much, but just enough to get him outside of the rebound.
It's his first team third. Jane Hampton is back in for Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Major gets it out to Hampton. Penn State Wilkes-Barre deliberate against this zone as Giandomenico comes up with the steal. Here's Ferreris on a 2-on-2. Can't get it to go. Tipped around. And finally corralled by Haynes. And Haynes patiently waits and gets the basket.
You know, that's what, a miss right there by Penn State Hazleton. A layup down there for Penn State Wilkes-Barre makes their layup. Big swing where it could have been 20-13, 18-15, 1 possession game.
Hopkins to Mohammed, right back to Robbie Hopkins. Shot clock to 10. Hopkins wants a screen for Mohammed. Ferreris to beat the clock for 3. Loose basketball, finally picked up by Sutton. Major gives to Hampton for 3. He ties the game at 18.
You could just see, Marty, Penn State Wilkes-Barre like some more frenetic pace. They went man, turned the energy up defensively. Now Penn State Hazleton's going to have to try to answer. Little flex action here, Marty. I love it.
And Haynes got a hand in there and was called for the foul. That'll be his second.
You know, Marty, and if you see it here, you'll see the flex cut come a little off that. And just don't slap down at the ball. You had them on defense, you bailed them out.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Barbush Automotive. One call does it all. 570-454-7571. And by BLB Auto Sales, where your tax refund will go further for that good pre-owned car. Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales. They're located at 1299 Route 940 in Hazel Township. Domenico gets 1 out of 2. Puts Penn State Hazleton back in front by 1, 19-18. Number 4, Dominique Stevenson is in for Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
Great job.
Silverberg back in, looked for Sutton, couldn't get it to go. Hampton gives off to Stevenson. Mohammed gets the loose ball.
You saw Mohammed there, Marty. He just backed out of the way. No foul on him. Good job.
Hopkins looks to penetrate. Kicks in the corner, Kwiatkowski. He'll go cross court. Boothler for 3. Rebound Stevenson. This is a Silverberg 3. He's got 2.5. He's got 6 to lead Penn State Wilkes-Barre. They lead it 21-19.
Second time, Marty, Silverberg's been left alone in the corner to take his time, set his feet, and make a bucket.
Very active Penn State Wilkes-Barre bench challenging their defense. Mohammed can't tie it. Sutton the rebound.
That length, the length of Penn State Wilkes-Barre taking its toll on some of those shots.
Sutton kicks it out to Major.
That might have been one that Sutton might want to take, try to get his third on Mohammed there, Marty.
That Hampton 3 doesn't go. Kwiatkowski the rebound. He'll bring it back in transition. Can't get it to roll in. Sutton another rebound.
Tough little roll out there, Marty. Nice soft shot on, he shoots on them pull-ups, Marty.
Silverberg gets it to Stevenson on the wing. Right back to Silverberg, out to Hampton. Shot clock for them under 10, it's down to 6.
They weren't as comfortable as doing this as Penn State Hazleton.
And Mohammed gets the miss. Penn State Hazleton down 2 in transition.
Slowing it down. Probably gonna try to get Mohammed out right here, Marty, I would imagine.
3 new subs at the scorer's table for Penn State Hazleton at the next net ball. Mohammed free inside, dishes off to Domenico. The reverse is good. He's got 5 off the bench, and it ties the game at 21.
Nice little set there by Penn State Hazleton, Marty. Into the post, backdoor cut for a reverse layup.
Stevenson from the wing. Mohammed another rebound.
Kurt Russ say use the corners. Use your corners. Hardest part of the court to defend. Those deep corners.
Boothler. Rebound Sutton.
Not quite sure that was the shot they were looking for there. And a timeout by Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
See what Coach Hammond elects here. It's a full timeout in a 21 all time.
Paying for more than you need? Don't overpay. Let Service Electric help you choose the speed you need, from 25 meg to 1 gig.
Get high-speed internet for only $44.95 per month with free installation. And add cable TV for only $5 more, including 54 channels and award-winning coverage of local high school sports.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. You want to use cars? We've got them. We've got tons and tons of pre-owned cars. We're getting more and more every day. We're also going to bring to you Tax Match Fever. We'll match your tax refund up to $1,000. And if you're not getting one, we'll give you $1,000 trade assistance. That's right, we'll match your tax refund up to $1,000. If you're looking for a great car at a great price, get to Blaze Alexander Hazleton. Check out our whole inventory online at blazealexander.com, and then you'll see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
After the Penn State Wilkes-Barre timeout, game tied at 21. And there was actually a break for Coach Rush.
Yep.
He was able to get Mohammed back on the bench with the two personals. Yep. And he comes back with Kasholik and Washington, as well as Ferreras. Stevenson on the wing. High post at Silverberg. Spins in the lane. Shot is good. Impressive move there by Kevin Silverberg.
Good challenge. I love when you get the high post, the ball to the high post against any zone, Marty. It just breaks it down, and you usually get a great look.
Silverberg came into tonight's game averaging just under 9 points per game. He's got 8 already to lead Penn State Wilkes-Barre as they lead it by 2 in the final minute and a half of the opening half. Ferreras for the tie. Loose basketball went out of bounds. That'll be Penn State Hazleton ball. And it looks like they're going to rule that there was possession from Penn State Wilkes-Barre. They put the full shot clock up. Genomenico is back in.
They're going to go 20, Marty. They're going to, yep. Just made that change. They went back to 20 on the shot clock. Great cut.
I'll tell you, Major's got some quick hands.
Yeah,
Again, another steal. Gives off to Sutton, and it's a 4-point lead.
That last minute, these two possessions, Marty, I think are going to be crucial for Penn State Hazleton. They don't want this game to get up 7, 10 points. So they really need to probably do some kind of, get Kasholik involved a little bit here offensively, some kind of screen and roll.
Ferreras, no shot, was fouled. It's going to be the 6th team foul on Penn State Wilkes-Barre. It's on Major, his first. I apologize, team 5th. Kwiatkowski looks for Kasholik, dishes off to Genomenico. Right back to Kasholik. That won't go. Genomenico the rebound. His putback won't go. Silverberg the rebound. And he was fouled in the backcourt by Genomenico, I believe.
Yes.
That's his first, team 4th. Now for Coach Hammond. Do you look for the 2-for-1 here? Try to get a shot off here before the 30 seconds.
Yeah, I would, Marty, but it's whatever you coach. Whatever you do in this situation that doesn't look at it, he's going to run his zone offense.
Silverberg thought about the 3, steps back, and hits it. He leads all scorers with 11. Shot clock is off, and a steal by Major.
Great defense there by Major, Marty. And you just see that run, and Coach Rush, I think, knew it. You know, that how crucial that last minute and a half was.
First on White, the team 6th. Muthler is back in for the final 15.4 seconds as Penn State Hazleton looks for something positive. Down 9 And it was a quick 9-0 run that got
Yeah,
him.
I just, it just had that look that last minute 30 was going to be crucial for Penn State Hazleton to execute. And you can see Penn State Wilkes-Barre wants to go up tempo.
Hopkins' pass was tipped and stolen by White. 3-on-1. Stevenson, the recipient. Lead is 11. Hopkins to beat the horn. Won't go. And what was such a promising half for Penn State Hazleton turned disastrous in the final minute and a half. Penn State Wilkes-Barre takes a 32-21 lead into the halftime locker room. We'll take a break. Be back. During the half, we'll get a look at the Grand Central halftime stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns. You're watching live college basketball on WILN.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
The Falvella Law Firm, located at 641 Route 93 in Sugarloaf, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania. They are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191.
We welcome you back to the Dr. Thomas M. Cassis Gymnasium on the campus of Penn State Hazleton. At the half in game 2 of our college basketball doubleheader, Penn State Wilkes-Barre leading the men's game 32-21 at the half. And Joe, it was that quick burst, that 11-0 run. Game was tied at 21. And Penn State Wilkes-Barre, you talked about that run. If you were Penn State Hazleton and Coach Rush, you didn't want to see your team go through a late run by Penn State Wilkes-Barre because you worked so hard to keep it close, and the visiting Lions put together that run. They lead it by 11 heading into the locker room.
For the first time in that half, Marty, Penn State Hazleton got a little sloppy with the basketball. A couple turnovers, couple lazy passes, throwing overhands. You're just not going to have that done. And you could just see Penn State Wilkes-Barre thrives off that defensive pressure. And it's just like a ball coming downhill at you. It's hard to stop it. You just got to take your time and make good decisions.
We talked about Kevin Silverberg, came in averaging just under 9 points a game at 8.9. Hit 3 threes in that opening half to lead Penn State Wilkes-Barre with 11. But I thought it was that bench. When he brought in guys like Major and Sutton, did Coach Hammett, that it seemed things turned around for Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
And you nailed it early, Marty, when you said that Penn State Hazleton only has 8 guys. And you saw he brought that bench in, and it was just really a little too much for Penn State Hazleton to handle there at the end of the half.
Penn State Hazleton had an 18-11 lead, and Jim Burns hands us this. Wilkes-Barre finished the half on a 21-3 run in the last 7:53. And that's the other thing. When you're down to just 8 players, you're very deliberate coming to the end of the shot clock. You got to be able to hit some of those shots that we'll get to see coming up in the Grand Central halftime stats in our next segment that just weren't falling for Penn State Hazleton. And when that happens, and if you're not able to get those offensive boards, and I think that's the other thing, they're not as aggressive on the offensive board because you don't want to be caught in picking up a silly foul.
Yeah, no, and it'll be interesting to see that he said Muhammad only has 2 fouls now, Marty.
Yes.
So he could go out and play his full half, see if he makes a difference in there inside. Because the couple possessions he did play late in there was they got a good backdoor layup to DiGiomenico, and just his presence in their big body, they're going to need that.
And the other thing we talked about, Coach Rush orchestrating his timeouts to try to buy his kids time. He only used 1 timeout in that opening half. He's got 5 to play with come this second half. So you wonder maybe, would Penn State Hazleton maybe spurts.
Yeah.
Let's pick up the tempo a little bit. If you need, we'll take a timeout and get a breather.
Well, he's going to have to because, down 11, not, by no means unsurmountable, but down 11, they're going to have to be a little bit more, better offensively. And then defensively, I think they're going to have to try to create some easy runouts for themselves to get back in the game.
And I'd be interested to see one of the ways that maybe you can pick up tempo. You don't have to go the full court. See if they come with some type of trapping defense out of their 2-3.
You saw it, like you said, early in the game, Marty. Penn State Hazleton's matchup zone had them out of sorts. And you nailed it when Silverberg hit them 2 threes, really seemed to open that up where they had to go challenge the corners. And that press just really gave them some fits the last 5 minutes.
And what you saw was a different mindset on both teams. Penn State Hazleton had gotten Penn State Wilkes-Barre where they were turning the ball over, committing some unforced errors. But then it seemed like with those Silverberg threes, it seemed to settle Penn State Wilkes-Barre down and got them to be confident in the half court. Thus that 21-3 run in the last almost 8 minutes of that opening half.
If you're a pressing team, you need to score. So you can set up your press, your defense. So it'll be interesting to see what adjustments both coaches make.
Well, we're going to take a break. Coming up next, Jim Burns has compiled them. We'll get a look at them. The Grand Central halftime stats. You're watching live college basketball on WILN.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Stop in at Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for the best pizza in town, serving a large variety of pizza, stromboli, and so much more. Open till 3 a.m. Take out or eat in, delivery available. Call 570-459-2783.
Hey guys, it's Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. If you want to take advantage of the President's Day sales event, get down here and see the savings. Save on Jeep Cherokee. Save over $4,000. Save over $5,000. Save over $5,000 on a Cherokee. Check out these prices on new Ram. Save over $10,000. $10,000? $10,000? Holy smokes, what are you guys doing? And if a new one's on your budget, check out the colors on these Jeeps. How about that Ram up there? So come take advantage of the savings at the President's Day sales event and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
Bonanza Steakhouse, 574 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazel Township, has an unbeatable buffet filled with something for everyone. Our menu includes the finest flame-grilled steaks, barbecue ribs, chicken, seafood, or sandwiches. You can add the buffet to any entree for a little more. Bonanza features daily specials. Join us Saturday and Sunday for our breakfast buffet that includes our famous omelet and egg station, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
And we welcome you back to Penn State Hazleton at the half. The men of Penn State Wilkes-Barre leading Penn State Hazleton at the half, 32-21. The visitors currently warming up. Coach Rush still has his hometown Lions in the locker room going over strategy. And I think looking at some numbers that we're going to get a look at now. The Grand Central halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns.
Marty, you see there, Penn State Wilkes-Barre 13 for 30 from the field, 5 for 14 from 3. Foul shooting only getting there 4 times, 1 for 4. 23 rebounds, that's a big number, Marty. 7 offensively, 7 turnovers, but a lot of them were early. For Penn State Hazleton, 9 of 28, 2 for 11 from 3. that's a big number for them. I think Penn State Hazleton needs to shoot threes better. 1 for 4 from the foul line, getting beat on the boards by 8, offensive rebounds by 3, turnovers equal, but they were a lot better for Penn State Hazleton until the last minute and 30 seconds.
And as Joe mentioned, the shooting has to get better for Penn State Hazleton if they're going to stay patient and deliberate and get back into this game. We're going to take another timeout and be back with second half action from Penn State Hazleton. You're watching live college basketball on WILN.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Paying for more than you need? Don't overpay. Let Service Electric help you choose the speed you need, from 25 meg to 1 gig. Now get high-speed internet for only $39.95 per month with free installation. And add cable TV for only $5 more, including our exclusive coverage of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial. Licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
The Falvella Law Firm, located at 641 Route 93 in Sugarloaf, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania. They are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
We welcome you back to Penn State Hazleton. I'm Marty Burns, joined by our good friend Joe Flanagan, MMI head boys basketball coach Jim Burns on the stats. And we've got Julia here at half court, one of the fine, outstanding members of our production crew. And you know what, Joe? They make us look good, and we both know that's extremely hard to do.
Look good is very hard to do for me, but yeah, you're all right.
So as I mentioned earlier, this is our last broadcast of the regular season here for our winter sports season, and just want to thank our entire production crew. And I know I'll sound a little biased, but they are definitely the best in the business. Very hard-working. We talk about so often. It doesn't start when we come on the air. Tonight at 6 o'clock, they were here early setting up, and they're going to be here well after the final horn goes, tearing down, and they just do a great job from everybody in the truck to everybody working here in the gym, and they've had a very busy season, you know, as we know, because of the compressed schedule by a lot of conferences that want to play conference tournaments. They've had a lot of games in the short weeks, and they've done a great job, and cannot thank them enough.
Well, you listen, if you want snow to happen, Marty, schedule an MMI game anytime. MMI on TV, snow will happen. If we do it in July, there'll be snow in July.
I'll have my shovel ready, wearing my shorts. I can't wait to shovel my way out of MMI come July. And Coach, we had a tough time getting together with you this year.
Yeah, it was just the schedules were crazy
because of the scheduling, and I know it's tough. And I've seen some of these teams play a lot of games in a short amount of time, and I know that everybody, and it's good for the conferences to play these conference tournaments. I just wish they found a different way, because I looked at a lot of teams near the end of the season, and they look tired.
I'll tell you what, Marty, we had 2 stretches, and I could just speak for our team. We had 2 stretches where 4 games in 6 days.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, when you're, you know, we have 14, 15 on the roster. We struggle for them weeks, you know, and you lose a kid here, you know, a little injury there, you're down to 12 and you're playing 2 games. So hard to do, but do you know what? It made the basketball season go fast.
Yeah.
It was a really quick season for us.
And I think the other thing with you coaches, you like to have your preparation, and you may have done your preparation, your film study, and be prepared for these teams, but you may not get the practice time to get your team ready.
We had twice this year, Marty, where we had preparation for 3 teams at one practice just because of how the timing worked out. So,
and now Penn State Hazleton, as we mentioned, 8 dressed tonight. They come out with the basketball, down 11 to start the second half, with their starting 5 of Kwiatkowski, Hopkins, Ferreris, Kasholik, and Mohammed.
Again, that flexed offense, Marty. Getting the ball down to Mohammed, good post.
Can't get it to go. Silverberg the rebound, he got it off to Hampton, White, and they're joined by Johnson and Armstead as Silverberg, another 3.
You said he averages 8 points a game, Marty?
8 points a game.
He shoots it better than 8 points a game.
He's got 14. Came into the night shooting 38% from 3. Kwiatkowski answers. He's in double figures, leading the hometown Lions with 12, but the deficit is 11.
He's going to need a bunch of them, Marty, to get them back in.
White tried to go cross court. Kwiatkowski came up with the steal. He gets it to Hopkins. Ferreris, guarded by Silverberg in the man-to-man.
Great backdoor cut, Marty.
Hopkins runner won't go. Johnson the rebound. Here comes Penn State Wilkes-Barre transition.
See Coach Hammett getting somebody in that high post. And I mean, it's just, you get the ball there, it's just dangerous, Marty. Teams cannot deal with that very well.
Timeout taken by Coach Rush. He didn't like what he saw, and he's going to put some subs in. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so Coach Rush will be left with 4 fulls. And now would be a good time to call 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria at 570-459-2783. And what do you order from a pizzeria but pizza? Give 2 Italian Guys a call. They're located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Their phone number, once again, 570-459-2783. Quickly, Chendomenico and Washington check into the lineup.
That's a message sub, Marty.
As he goes extremely small.
Yeah, that's a message sub. He just went down. Coach Rush said something to them. That's a message sub saying, hey, you're not going to play defense. You're not going to play.
And here comes the pressure. Broken nicely. Chendomenico from Ferreris.
Chendomenico has done a nice job off the bench, Marty. Giving him a little life underneath the basket. That's a really nice job breaking that press, too.
He's got 7 big points off the bench. Silverberg off back rim. This rebound by Ferreris. Here come the hometown Lions. And I have to admit, Coach Can on that bench doesn't look happy, and I'm getting flashbacks.
You were one of those big guys that would get them message subs
That would just get that look. He didn't have to say anything. He just gave you that look. I almost felt like he was looking straight across the floor at me. I'm like, don't blame me. 20 on the shot clock as it's reset. Kwiatkowski to inbound. He gets it right back, and they're going to get a reach in on White.
Yeah, and it just looks like any foul trouble that Penn State Wilkes-Barre gets in, they have some answers on the bench. He brought the bigs back in, and we'll see if that message sub worked.
And quickly, Coach Hammett sends Sutton to the scorer's table. Nice backdoor pass. Mohammed to a cutting Ferreris.
Looks like they're going maybe little. Looks like they're in fists.
White will take a 3. Got it.
Good
Khalil
stick
White
by
has 8.
And he, Coach Rush, obviously a change of defense there, Marty. And they're going to the subs right back in. I don't know. Miscommunication.
Ferreris, nice crossover. And he was fouled.
Good move right there, Marty, by Ferreris. Got to the hoop. Little shake and bake. Switch of the hand. Got to make fouls.
Hampton, his first team third. Ferreris comes from Passaic, New Jersey, but played high school at Stroudsburg. He hits the first. Once again, as we mentioned, the end of the regular season, I want to thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meals they have all season long. Third Base Luncheonette located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. Many thanks for a wonderful 2019-20 school year to the Third Base Luncheonette.
And Marty, you know, I watch coaches a lot, and Coach Russ really going over big guys. Maybe not even for this game, but a little for next game. Or the, you know, the playoff run. Hey, we got to communicate better.
And also, it looked like that Mohammed was pointing something out.
Yep.
That maybe there was some confusion with the personnel. Johnson inside, and he was fouled. And quickly, Mohammed and Kasholik are back to the scorer's table.
And you know, you're down 11, Marty. And when a team's a little bigger than you and they could go inside, it could make for a long evening and you're down 11. But again, you know, it all starts just being a little bit quicker defensively. Don't let dribble penetration happen. And we'll see what happens here with Muhammad and Kasholik now.
Calvin Johnson, a junior from Brooklyn, New York. Goes 2 for 2. Gets the lead up to 13 at 42-29. Major to the rebound. Gets it ahead to White. Nice dish to Sutton. His turnaround is good.
So, Marty, you're just going to be hard to answer if you're going to let the guards get in the paint that easily. The big guys are just going to be able to roam free back there.
It's a deep 3 from Kwiatkowski, buried it. He's got 15.
He's going to have to shoot them back in at Marty. I think he's going to have to get hot.
Full timeout has Penn State Hazleton down 12.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
After the Penn State Hazleton timeout, after the Kwiatkowski deep three, he's got 15 of the 32 for the hometown Lions. Penn State Wilkes-Barre inbounds. Haynes back in the game. He takes a three and he hit it. Dorian Haynes has 5 off the bench. Lead is 15.
Again, Marty, just really, they're going to have to step up defensively if they want to get back in this.
Kwiatkowski spins. Hopkins in the corner for 3. Can't get the roll. Rebound Johnson. Major looks to push. Out to White. That's a good 3. Back-to-back threes by Haynes and White has the visiting Lions up by 18 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard.
I'm impressed with the way they run the floor, Marty. Run their lanes, find their bigs to shoot.
And reaching around defensively, they're going to get White for the foul. It's going to be his 3rd, team 4th.
You know, you need to take it one possession at a time here, Marty. Offensively, yes, but more defensively. They haven't been exactly lighting it up defensively here for Penn State Hazleton.
White penetrates, gets the scoop. 8 of his 13 here in the second half. Kasholik tries the 3, rebound Johnson. White again drives, looks for Sutton inside. His shot won't go, he gets his own rebound. White for 3. Rebound Mohammed.
This half, Marty, Penn State Wilkes-Barre 7 for 11 from the field, extending that lead to 20.
First on Johnson, team 5th. And with 13:44 left in the half, the one thing to help Coach Rush, 5 team fouls already on Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, they're going to be to the foul line, so they're going to have to make foul shots. But again, defensively, they need stops, and he needs to find out how he's going to get stops defensively. He could shoot them back in it. That was from about 29 there, Marty. He can shoot them back in it.
3 threes here in the second, accounting for 9 of his 18 here in the second half. Sutton at the elbow, hits it.
They're just, that high post has been a thorn in their side. I'm not really, I can't really see where he's coming from, but they're getting it in to that high post way too easily.
Justin Sutton, a big 8 off the bench for Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Kwiatkowski will head to the line.
He is a scorer, Marty. You could see he has that scorer's mentality, moves off the ball well, could shoot it, and you know, you just got to keep on getting him the ball.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Barbush Automotive. One call does it all. 570-454-7571, and by BLB Auto Sales, where your tax refund will go further for that good pre-owned car. Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales. They're located at 1299 Route 940 in Hazel Township. That last foul was on Silverberg, his second, team 6th. And an empty trip for Kwiatkowski. That's critical in coming back when you have the clock stopped.
Yeah, you got to make foul shots.
Carpenter back in and throws it away. Unhappily threw it to Coach Hammett, but he's not eligible tonight.
I bet you would have shot it, Marty.
Oh, I would have gave it a shot. Ferreris brings it up for Penn State Hazleton. To Kwiatkowski. Looks inside to Mohammed. Mohammed challenges Carpenter and gets it to go.
You know, Marty, and that's a good way to get back in the game. Post, Kwiatkowski get moving.
Carpenter is called for the traveling violation.
That's 2 possessions in a row, Marty, that I think that Penn State hasn't defended the high post a little better and got 2 turnovers.
And one of the things with getting it inside, not so much individual foul trouble. They've got some foul trouble, this Penn State Wilkes-Barre. But as we talked about, next foul is the 17th foul.
Shooting.
Penn State Hazleton shooting the rest of the way.
Absolutely, and it looks like they're going to stay up and press, Marty, so that's going to even probably add more fouls to that. So
Johnson is back in, full court man from Penn State Wilkes-Barre. And Hopkins, it looks like, just wants to clear it out. He'll dribble it up on Silverberg. Kwiatkowski on the wing. Looks inside again to Muhammad. Another strong move. That one won't roll in for him. Haynes comes down for the rebound.
Good move there, Marty. Just got to finish.
Major goes right down the lane and kicks it out to Silverberg. Inside the three-point line, that won't go. Muhammad the rebound.
Let's see here, Marty. Little screen and roll, little horn set.
Kasholik looks inside Muhammad. Out to Ferreras. This is a 3. And Haynes another defensive rebound. Here comes Wilkes-Barre in transition. The visiting Lions leading by 17.
It's not all even their height, Marty, for Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Some 6'4", 6'5". Their length, they have very long arms, and that they're just really doing a good job extending Penn State Hazleton.
Major penetrates, finds Johnson for the dunk.
That's a great possession there, Marty. Give up the baseline, skip it. Good dunk, brings that bench to life. That's what you like to see if you're going to dunk. You want it on a great pass like that.
5 out on the perimeter for Penn State Hazleton. And ruled off of Haynes, out of bounds. Shot clock down to 11 for Penn State Hazleton. Hopkins got it back from Muhammad. That 3 won't go, and it's a rebound for Sutton. He's looking to go coast to coast. Got it off to Johnson. I think Coach Hammett was telling Sutton, give it to a guard, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Silverberg on the wing gets it to Major. Shot clock to 10. Sutton comes up for a screen and then rolls. Haynes will try a 3. Rebound Hopkins.
Probably one of the Penn State Hazleton's better defensive possessions of the half.
Nice dish to Kasholik. Great play by Robbie Hopkins. Kasholik with 4. It's down to 17.
It's 17. You're going to get that media timeout coming up on the next dead one. Just hang around. Just hang around for Penn State Hazleton.
Again, taking time off the clock, under 10 on the shot clock. Major penetrates, dishes, Silverberg. Gets it over Muhammad, can't get it to go. And they'll say it hit the rim, I guess. Kwiatkowski ahead of the pack gets the layup. He's got 20. Down to a 15-point game.
And just, one possession at a time, and that's how you got to look at this.
Haynes gets to Johnson. He'll hand off to Silverberg. He looks to penetrate on Hopkins. Major, step back, knocked away by Ferreras. Kasholik had his pass tipped by Haynes, and it'll go out of bounds.
Media.
We've got a media timeout with 8:39 left. You're watching live high school college basketball. Where am I? Here on WYLN.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander at Buick Cadillac GMC. How about a great lease on these Buick Encores? Only $199 a month with breakaway mirrors. For $100 more, you can have the Sierra or the Acadia. Or would you prefer this all-new CT5? And it's Tax Match Fever. We'll match your tax refund up to $1,000. And if you're not getting one, we'll give you a $1,000 trade assistance. So get down to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, take advantage of these lease deals, get yourself a Sierra, and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
Bonanza Steakhouse, 574 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazel Township, has an unbeatable buffet filled with something for everyone. Our menu includes the finest flame-grilled steaks, barbecue ribs, chicken, seafood, or sandwiches. You can add the buffet to any entree for a little more. Bonanza features daily specials. Join us Saturday and Sunday for our breakfast buffet that includes our famous omelet and egg station, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
We welcome you back to Penn State Hazleton. The hometown Lions have cut into a big deficit, trail now by 15.
Some second half stats, Marty. Penn State Hazleton, 8 for 18 from the field, 5 rebounds. Didn't turn the ball over, so taking care of the ball a little better. For Penn State Wilkes-Barre, 9 for 15 for the field, 11 rebounds, 4 turnovers. So the rebounding edge, real big to Penn State Wilkes-Barre. The turnover edge, Penn State doing a better job turning.
Ferreris may have had it blocked. Kwiatkowski has it. Plenty of time on the shot clock for Penn State Hazleton. Ferreris gets a screen. Looks to penetrate. Kwiatkowski got a screen from Muhammad. Lost control, and he was fouled. And that'll send Kwiatkowski for the 1-and-1 that we had talked about.
Yeah, so every time they foul now, Marty, is going to be shooting, and that makes for a long 8 minutes if you're a coach.
Coach Rush buying a timeout, brings his team over to the sideline because he's going to leave the free throw line empty again as Kwiatkowski shoots the 1-and-1.
It's a big make there, Marty.
Stevenson returns for Penn State Wilkes-Barre. One out of 2 for Kwiatkowski makes it a 14-point game. Joe, I know during the timeout we were looking at some high school results. The doubleheader in Hazleton has Berwick Lady Bulldogs advancing, as are the Patriots of Pittston area. Great job this year by Coach Semenza, but unfortunately it means the end of the season for Coach Atherton and his comments.
Yeah, no, that's I think that was a 3-6 or a 4-5 matchup in that. Either one of them, could beat each other, and I think they split games with each other this year. 2 good coaches, and I just thank God I don't have to play Coach Semenza anymore.
Second on Ferreris, the team second. 2 teams you do have to put up with during the season.
Yeah.
Wyoming Seminary and Holy Redeemer, not a surprise advance.
No, they're legit. I mean, they're as good as a team as there are. And again, right there, Marty, get into the paint easy. Little diagonal leads to layups.
Kwiatkowski's 3 won't go, and it's rebounded by Hampton. Sutton becomes the 3rd visitor in double figures. He's got 10. Hampton will try a 3, and he hit it. He's got 2 threes, accounting for his 6. All of a sudden, the lead back to 19.
Yeah, after that timeout, and it just seems after timeouts, Penn State Wilkes-Barre just came out and just been the better team today.
Mohammed looks to go against Sutton. Stolen away nicely by Haynes. And Hopkins, instead of allowing that dunk to count, committed the foul in the backcourt.
Not a horrible foul there by Hopkins. Kept the Penn State Wilkes-Barre bench from enjoying another dunk, and
Genomenico is back in, as is Muthler for Penn State Hazleton. And Kwiatkowski is going to get a well-deserved breather as he's done what he can tonight for Penn State Hazleton.
No doubt. He's he's kept them in the game in the second half. He's been their offensive answer so far in this half, Marty.
Shot clock's under 10. Major, pull-up jumper, won't go. Sutton tipped it, Hopkins came up with the loose basketball. Gendomenico finds Mohammed right down the lane. Can't get it to go. We'll have a foul.
Good.
Foul number 22, Justin Sutton, his first, team's 8th. At the line for Hazleton, number 20.
First on Sutton, team 8th. Mohammed, who played his high school ball at Marion Catholic, averaging 11 points a game for Penn State Hazleton. As mentioned earlier, one of 4 in double figures for Penn State Hazleton. And another empty trip. Not sure if this is the reason, but a lot of times that's where you see when the legs get a little weary.
Absolutely, Marty. Just those misses on foul shots were really, like you talked about, that was gonna keep Penn State Hazleton in this one, and they just haven't been able to capitalize.
A deep 3 from Hampton. He got it. He's got 9.
Looks like a full timeout.
Full timeout taken by Penn State Wilkes-Barre. They lead it big.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
Stop in at Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for the best pizza in town, serving a large variety of pizza, stromboli, and so much more. Open till 3 a.m. Take out or eat in, delivery available. Call 570-459-2783.
We welcome you back to the Dr. Thomas M. Cassis Gymnasium on the campus of Penn State Hazleton. Hometown Lions trailing 64-42. Washington with the basketball, gets it to Kwiatkowski. Spins, kicks out to Mohammed. This is Washington to Hopkins. Hopkins inside Gendomenico to Mohammed. That jumper won't go. And Major has it for Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Stevenson thought about the 3, and he'll bring it out, take time off the clock.
Absolutely, Marty. They run the court very well, Penn State Wilkes-Barre does. And they look for, get those open 3s in transition.
Hampton tried to make it 4 for 4, couldn't get it to go. But the long rebound by Haynes, and they can take more time off the clock.
Right. Absolutely, you're going to be under 4:45 at the end of this possession.
And Kwiatkowski again showing some hustle. Tips the pass out of bounds. Remains with Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
6 to shoot, Marty.
Reverse won't go. Sutton the rebound and the putback. Joe, I've been very impressed by the big man from Cheltenham. 12 off the bench tonight for Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
Absolutely, Marty. They've just done a great job on the boards and really have taking over that paint on the inside.
Hopkins dribbles it out. This is Washington. Kwiatkowski guarded closely by Dominique Stevenson. Kwiatkowski hits another three. 15 of his 24 here in the second half.
He can shoot it, Marty. He definitely can shoot it.
Here come the hometown Lions with a trap. Almost a steal. Hampton to Stevenson to Haynes. Hampton, that's another three. Jane Hampton is the fourth visitor in double figures with 12.
It seems like Hampton and Silverberg have taken it half each for shooting threes, Marty.
Hampton over his season average of 10 points per game. Hopkins' three won't go. And a rebound for Haynes. And I think you're beginning to see with Penn State Hazleton, the mind and the heart is willing, but I think the body is saying no.
Yeah, especially for the pace this was played at tonight, and you know, I'm not quite sure they have the horses with 8 players to play at that pace.
Especially when Penn State Wilkes-Barre did so many different things to make it.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh absolutely, Marty. No doubt about it. No doubt about that whatsoever.
Hampton hit the first.
And you talked about it when you said, you know, you got that look from Coach Gann. You know, Penn State Hazleton didn't quit, they're playing hard and you know, all those good things. But now you know, now it's smart to you know, keep subbing. And Coach Rush is going to take a timeout with 3 left here.
And I believe he's also got a full. We'll keep it here. So while we do, as I mentioned, this is our last regular season broadcast of our winter sports schedule, and throughout the evening and throughout our season, you've either heard me talk about various sponsors or you've seen their commercials, and all I can ask for you to do is, if the situation arises for whatever product that our various sponsors have had to offer, if the need arises for you, please utilize our sponsors, because honestly, without our sponsors, we would not be on the air for so many seasons here at WILN Sports. So we've got to thank our sponsors, and as I mentioned, if you get the opportunity and you need them, please utilize our sponsors whenever the need may arise.
Right, Marty, and you saw the split screen there, and both coaches coaching them up, because you know there's more season to come. One regular season game left, I think you said, Marty, for both teams, and then the playoffs, you know, next week or whenever they start. So, you know, that's what you're coaching for now. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how Penn State Hazleton responds from this, you know, at their next game.
And Coach Rush continuing to coach, has got his starters back out there. You know, you can't take everybody off the floor, but, you know, he's keeping his starters out there. You still want to build something positive. Yeah. As you head to that playoff scenario, as you talked about.
Absolutely, and I guess they're the 2 or 3 seed, or the you know, Penn State Wilkes-Barre. So if you win, you might see them again, and
Ferreras looking for a cutting Kwiatkowski, but it's stolen away by Hampton. Finding Sutton running the floor.
You just see Hampton and Sutton, when they run the floor, they get in that open floor. They just want to run.
And we talked about the end of the half ending on a 21-3 run, but you talked about it when it was tied at 21. Critical end of half for Penn State Hazleton, and Penn State Wilkes-Barre pretty much put it away as Kwiatkowski hits another 3.
Yeah, that's...
He's got 27.
You see Haynes saying, what do I got to do? I mean, that was like you said, he has 27, and he shot from 27.
And Stevenson will join the party with 3. It's a 30-second timeout. So one of those great sponsors that we talk about is Two Italian Guys Pizzeria. And now would be a good time to call. It's getting late, but give Two Italian Guys Pizzeria a call at 570-459-2783. And maybe not for tonight, but order a hoagie from Two Italian Guys. Located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Give them a call, 570-459-2783. And as I'm reminded, they're open till 1 a.m. I just meant that if you yourself wanted something that maybe you didn't want to eat and maybe get to bed.
I'm eating something before I go home, Marty, so maybe it'll be there.
I'm sure we've made you hungry, Coach. Penn State Wilkes-Barre with a 77-48 lead over Penn State Hazleton on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Kosholik gets it to Hopkins. Kwiatkowski guarded closely by Stevenson. He's going to try another three. Stevenson got a hand on it. Here comes Major. To White for three. Got it. Khalil White's got 16. And we're going to get a full timeout from Penn State Hazleton. We'll keep it here, and did it right before the second half. Want to once again echo what I said then. Thank you to our production crew. At the end of the night, you'll see their names in the graphics. It's been a fun crew to work with. We've had some additions this year, and just a great crew to work with. It's a shame that the season has gone by so fast, and you know, we never know what the future holds. Definitely hope that we can work together in the future, but there is one person I know that it looks like we won't be working with anymore, is Tony Pacelli. Is going to be leaving us. He's going to be heading to meet up with his family in Las Vegas. Still working out the details of timing, but it looks like Tony won't be with us once we get to football season. And whether it's been here at games or working with him in the studio, a pleasure working with Tony, and just want to thank him.
Did he save a spot for us when we go to Vegas? Oh, he said yes. Thank you, Tony.
Either that, or he'll give us a sleeping bag for the trip. But yeah,
congratulations, Tony.
Worked with Tony a lot of years, and a true professional. And like I said, whether we're here at the different stadiums or gyms or working in studio, he's been a lot of fun to work with, but a true pro. And wish him all the best as he goes to continue his life in the beautiful Las Vegas area.
He will not see weather like we had today.
No. No. I'm just hoping he doesn't forget about it when he's complaining about it being cold and 60.
Yes, right.
Ferreras will take the three to beat the horn. Tipped out, and Sutton has it. Knocked away by Hopkins. That's a three for Robbie Hopkins.
Good stick there by Bob. And again, you know, both teams playing hard, running stuff, and preparing for the playoffs.
Now Penn State Wilkes-Barre very content to take time off this clock. And they may even take the approach, they may let the clock run out with the shot clock. Or then again, at Stevenson 3, rebounded by Mohammed. Shot clock is off. Kosholik ahead of the pack gets the hoop.
You know, and I think Penn State Hazleton, that you know, although it's a possession late in the game, that's something I think they need to do more with Kosholik. Get him running the floor.
So Penn State Wilkes-Barre, the men earn a split in tonight's doubleheader as they come away with a very impressive 80-53 victory over Penn State Hazleton. Joe Flanagan, 4 members of Penn State Wilkes-Barre in double figures, led by Khalil White with 16. Jane Hampton had 12 of his 15 in the second half. Justin Sutton, I thought, a big 14 off the bench. And Kevin Silverberg, I thought, was the big part of that opening half that got Penn State Wilkes-Barre feeling good about themselves. He finished with 14.
Yeah, no, you know, Marty, and you know, I just, you know, we had that feeling that last 2 minutes of the first half was really the part of the game that Penn State Hazleton would like to have back, and Penn State Wilkes-Barre just finished better right there, and then they just couldn't answer back from that.
And what can you say about the junior Andy Kwiatkowski? 27 of the 53 for Penn State Hazleton. He tried to single-handedly keep his team in it. It was definitely going to be a tough task with only 8 guys dressed, and against a team that wants to run up and down the floor.
And you saw when they got on the open floor, Marty, they guys sprinted and got shots, and everybody got into it. Like you said, 4 guys in double digits. It's a nice team win by Penn State Wilkes-Barre.
And as we mentioned, they split. The women of Penn State Hazleton came away with the winner in game 1 at 82-74. You got some post-game stats?
Yeah. You know, Penn State Hazleton was 21 of 56 from the field, 8 for 25 from 3, 3 for 12 from the foul line, 24 rebounds, 6 offensive, 8 turnovers. For Wilkes-Barre, shot pretty good from the field, 30 for 57, 50% from threes, Marty, 14 for 28, 6 for 9 from the foul line, 43 rebounds, 10 offensive, turned the ball over 12 times. So, you know, with those numbers, you see that kind of score, Marty. You give up 50% from the field from 3 and better than 50% from 2. So, you know, it's, you know, some tough numbers.
Penn State Wilkes-Barre put up 48 in that second half, and I think the big number, 9 of 14 from 3.
Shot the ball well in the second half.
As both of these teams get ready for PSUAC playoffs, as Penn State Wilkes-Barre comes away with a very impressive 80-53 victory. So, as I've mentioned, this is our finale for the regular season. Don't know what can happen come playoff time, but want to once again thank our outstanding production crew. You're going to see their names coming up on our graphics. Led tonight by our director, once again, Where Have You Gone, Joe Maggio. For Stats by Jim Burns. For Joe DeMelfi, golfing somewhere in Florida. For Joe Flanagan, best of luck and thanks for coming out with us, and good luck on Saturday. I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Once again, the final scores tonight. Penn State Hazleton women come away with the opening night victory, 82-74. The Penn State Wilkes-Barre men answer, winning it 80-53. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. For one final time, good night from Penn State Hazleton.